All right, this is the Wolf of Crypto, one of my rare YouTube appearances, and today I'm actually going to be talking about a few things. What's been going on with me? Obviously, I haven't been on YouTube a lot, but I was kind of inspired because of the boys, the guys, the gals at East Coast Crypto. I talk with Pierre Kane a little bit every once in a while, and he told me to drop a video. So let's go ahead and get into it. What I have up here is actually Ethos. You guys probably already know what this is. And I wanted to just kind of set it off for all the newbies that come to my channel. I've been meeting a lot of new people and they've been asking me about crypto or whatnot, or I just tell them to go on my YouTube channel. This is a good thing to start. Listen to this video because how this video talks is how I think about cryptocurrency and how I think about blockchain tech and how I want it to move forward. And this is a company that I invested in a while ago when it was, 4 cents. Basically a pop, and now it's $2. It's pretty crazy. It used to be Bitcoins, but now it's Ethos. But for all the new people, I want them just to check it out. Hopefully it's not too long, but it's a really good video to show you some insight of how I think and how I like to pair myself with like-minded individuals and how to invest in like-minded individuals and companies and things like that. So hope I'm not boring you to death. You can go do this on your own, but let me go ahead and play that. So.
I don't think we've ever seen this much innovation happening simultaneously across so many sectors with the potential for mass disruption and really revolutionary change on multiple levels, whether we're looking at identity, whether we're looking at access to financial instruments for the unbanked, or solar energy, or car sharing, or advertising technology, like literally anything you can think of just about, there's an application where blockchain can have a revolutionary impact. But what's unique about it through the tokenization of these things through cryptocurrencies is that now just about anyone can have access to invest in these things and to participate in these new forms within the new economy.
At Ethos, we want to demystify the cryptocurrency industry and make it easy and safe for anyone to interact with the new economy. Crypto has the power to, not only change people's lives here, but to change people's lives everywhere and provide financial access to people who have no financial access at all.
To have the opportunity, because of blockchain, to redesign the way we all think and interact with global finance is a very important and powerful opportunity that we all have in front of us. It allows you to rethink how business is done. That's extremely exciting because nothing has changed for decades.
Right now, we're relying on a system that showed in 2008 that it was broken. What really excites me is the ability to change that and the ability to revolutionize the way it's always been.
There's a real lack of trust now, especially for younger generations, in these traditional systems. Cryptocurrency can offer potential solutions to build the trustless future.
The great paradigm shift for blockchain is self-custody, the ability for each individual person to really have control over their assets and really have their money working for them. What we're trying to build in Ethos is really that people-powered concept, really bringing power back to the individual. We want to make it dead simple to buy into these cryptos and to learn about these cryptos. So someone who is not technically minded can buy and safely store their cryptocurrencies in a universal wallet.
Boom, that's all we need to know. The thing I like about that, this company though, is that first of all, it's pertaining to a smaller generation, a younger generation who I think feels a lot how I feel, which is that we've been just getting screwed for days, like straight up the banks and everybody like that. They just been kind of screwing us over. So we're looking for a new solution. Everybody's looking for a new solution. They don't want to go through, paying. Your first 5 years on your mortgage is just like pure interest or something like that. It doesn't make sense to us. There's new ways to do it. There's new companies coming out that can do stuff like this. Now blockchain tech are just like the people that are more forward thinking. They want to build a system that can't be manipulated and stuff like that. So when I talk about blockchain tech or Bitcoin or anything like that, what I'm referring to is a new movement that's happening, and it's happening a ton. So with that being said, all the new people, that I suggest like go check out this video or whatnot, you're probably gonna not like all this background. These are just snippets from, and I can show you how things have been manipulated just in the, this is like a screenshot from a day. Here, let me go ahead and move it over. A day with freaking Bittrex, like check it out, like boom, like you can't make 50, you can't just do that with your money, this is a pump and dump clown town. If you guys don't know what Bittrex is, I just got out of there because everything was just ridiculous. I made a lot of money on there, I can't lie, but at the same time, you start to, you have ethics and principles and things like that you want to stick towards, and when things can be manipulated so much, it's like, why investing to crypto unless you're just, totally getting savage cash, which is not, it's fine by me, like I don't knock anybody's hustle, dude. If they want to go ahead and pump and dump, that's fine with me. They want to go ahead and pump, that's fine with me. They just want to dump, like, get your money, boy. Like, I don't care how you're doing it, but just against my fundamentals and things like that, I'm not mad because I actually made a lot of money. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, why are we even doing this, if things can be manipulated? Like, the whole thing about Bitcoin and stuff like that is that it can't be manipulated. But right now, that's kind of what we're seeing, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. So I was just going to tell you that. That's the things in the background. Also, let me just go ahead and give you a rundown. Let's just go ahead and do the rundown of the market and how it was going. This is block 3, or B3. I'll talk about it later. Love it. But let's go to CoinMarketCap. So when if you guys are getting into crypto, you're going to go ahead and go to CoinMarketCap, which is like the NASDAQ report, right? It's like the front page paper. And of course, what it's going to say up here is, I can't believe the numbers every time I look at them. The market cap over this whole crypto industry, and these guys do the best they can. CoinMarketCap, people have to understand they're doing the best they can to report. Okay, they can't have like exact numbers, but they're doing the best they can to report. But Bitcoin, is at 81. At the beginning of the year, we were like, if it hit 7K, that was my highest expectation. Even halfway through the year, 7,500. I was like, that's insane, and obviously I would have probably just held and got a job if I knew Bitcoin was going to go up as high as it was, because I had a lot of Bitcoin. We'll just say that right now. I luckily got in at a time where it was literally the bottom. It was like scalping at its best. I got in. The lowest price I ever saw Bitcoin at on Coinbase or on Circle was $186. I think I still have a screenshot from it. I'd have to dig it up in some libraries, but I've got a lot of screenshots of when it was before $1,000 and things like that. And a lot of people can't say that, I'm not like saying that to be like, oh, I'm an early adopter, because early adopters, like, I don't even think they had screenshots now. It's just something that happened. And so how I got into it was you don't really get into it. You just, there's a lot of people nowadays, especially just a couple weeks ago. I remember when the price was dropping, it went up to like 75 and boom, dude, it was down to 58 one day. And my friend was like, hey, like, how low do you think it's going to go? Like, when do I want to buy in? He had hurt his foot and he wanted to go ahead and buy in at a good price. And I said, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, buy it right now. It's at $5,800. Like, it's going to go back up to 7,000, like, easy, so go ahead and buy it now. And 2 days later, boom, dude, it's like up to $8,200. Well, not 2 days later, but 2 weeks later at least. So the lesson there is, though, is that if you're going to get into it, just get into it, If you're having trouble doing math, just put $810 in. Or, in this case, $814.95 in. And do it that way. And then if that makes you, 9,000, 11,000, if that goes up to 11,000, then, you've made, $300 just by putting your money into Bitcoin. So, and if you sell, people are under the assumption that they have to buy a whole Bitcoin, and they don't get how that works. And so just to clear the air, you can put in any amount of money you want. It just depends on how much. Now, to safeguard you, and this is a good thing that Coinbase does, And I have other videos where obviously I don't use Coinbase to buy my Bitcoin, but one good thing that they do, I think they're suppressing the price enough right now for America at least so that they can have a chance to get in. You know, the writing's been on the wall for a few years now. I mean, I remember looking at this market cap and it was 50 billion, you know, and BTC dominance was like probably around the same. Might have been a little bit higher, but now BTC's, you know, crushing it. They're, you know, freaking. I really can't believe, you know, $12 billion has gone through, you know, within and without of this market in the last 24 hours. That's just insane. But scrolling down here, this is how this thing works. Is that, you know, this is like the 7-day chart. And back in the day, everything just followed Bitcoin. If Bitcoin chart looked like this, every single chart looked like that, right? Like, that's just how it worked because everybody's betting on Bitcoin. They weren't trading a whole lot. And why Bitcoin's so important is that it's the only way to buy crypto. And that will lead to another point later. Now everybody's like, well, look at this Bitcoin Cash up 32%. Cool. Like, you know, we can talk about that later. I'm frankly not a Bitcoin Cash fan because of how they have conducted business. But, you know, if you want to go ahead and get on that bandwagon, go ahead. It's not the worst company, you know. There's a lot worse companies, but I think it's just more for the money. You know, everybody's like, there can only be one. If I was going to choose one on the long, Ripple, like no questions asked, is going to be the number one dominant one. They already have a $15 billion war chest. The company has unlimited money because it's backed by Google, and you know, I'll kind of explain that a little bit later too. But I mean, that's a huge week for Ripple, that spike right there, and it's consolidated nicely. This is like buying stock for Google, you know, 20 years ago, like, even though Google isn't around. But you know what I mean. It's just so cheap right now, and that's what's nice about these ICOs. You can look at it like an IPO. The price is just something that, you know, for instance, let's just go ahead and click on Ripple. So there's only 100 billion Ripple. That's the max supply right here, right? There's only 38 billion floating around, and I could get into the brass tacks of that, and the total supply is this, and there's a reason for that too. But you know, making 1% in a day is insane. So if we go back here, and if you're a baller and you bought a bunch of Bitcoin Cash today and you made 30%, it's just insane. The numbers kind of get sick. I mean, I can show you how disgustingly sick they get. Like, we can go to biggest gainers and losers. And over the last 24 hours, these companies have doubled. I mean, sometimes you'll get really dumb numbers. But over the last 7 days, you know, you've 5x tripled your money in a lot of these, especially with Power Ledger, which has had. And what I like to do is actually go in here and sort it by BTC, because I don't even think of anything in dollars and cents or anything anymore. I think about it in BTC. So, you know, it's like a legit company. If somebody in the last 20, you know, let's say in the last 24 hours, let's go back up to 7 day, put in 23,000, almost 24,000 Bitcoin, like, and they tripled their money. So it just, you know, the numbers really do, they kind of get disgusting. You're like, in the last 24 hours, let's see here, QuantStamp up 38%. Any profit's good, but that's insane amount of profit. You put your life savings into there, and then it booms up to 30%. You're in a trip. Like, I mean, Bitcoin Cash is now up 34%. You know, like, it's just insane how much Bitcoin Cash is worth, and I understand the reasons why, and it gets really confusing. But basically, what I wanted to do in this video is just show you how you can get into crypto. Simply download the Coinbase. You know, like, if you want, I can take hours to tell you how. But you just simply buy the Coinbase or not buy it, but download it onto your app. And they've made it really easy, especially for Americans, where you can just wire transfer. And don't wait for the price to go down. Just jump in, because if you never jump in, you're never going to do it. I have so many people that have asked me this whole summer, and I spent so much time trying to help others this summer get in, and they never did. And now they're like coming to me asking again, and I'm like, you know, I just want to refer them to videos. I don't have the time to talk to them. So that's kind of what's been going on. You know, I love everybody that I speak with about this. I don't even really talk to anybody that I don't care about crypto, because it's just not worth my time. I have so much knowledge about it now. I read every single paper on everything forever, that it's just not worth it. Let's just go ahead and kind of categorize these real quick, though. I was looking at, you know, noobs. Okay, so I was just going to kind of tell you, you know, how things work. Like, okay, it's cool to have, you know, a Bitcoin. You know, you're making, you know, good money. But if you would have had Bitcoin Cash today, you would have made a ton more money, you know. So that's one thing. The thing is, Bitcoin Cash isn't on, you know, like Coinbase or something for a lot of Americans. All these aren't. The only ones that are on here actually are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. I know that they had Monero on there, but Monero is the perfect anon coin. There isn't no, you know, company that can go ahead and look into your file like Dash. Even though they're all using the Zeek algorithm, which is a snark algorithm, it's just a way to pool anon coins and push them. And this hasn't been doing bad at all, because they own the license. If this even makes sense to everybody, they own the license to Monero, or not Monero, sorry, to Dash. I mean, any of these top anon coins are using the snark algorithm. So anon coins like like a lot of these, let's just put it that way. Okay. Another thing, Factom's U.S. government backed, and they're using blockchain technology for 70% on your 7% of your money. The winner of the day, and it's funny because me and my friend literally were gonna do a live trade today, and it was at 7 satoshis, or sorry, 17. And I was like, you know, wouldn't it be bad? It was up like 7% on the day, and this was just earlier today. And I was like, you know, it wouldn't be bad to do it. The only thing is, you might have to hold on to Doge for a while. But Doge and, you know, Digibyte, I can go ahead and show you guys Digibyte, have been suppressed. They're some of the most secure blockchains with the fastest transactions, and they've been totally suppressed as far as, you know, big money just freaking running them into the ground. So those are really good ones to buy, you know, if you're investing, because these things have been around forever, and they're just very solid blockchains. I mean, this is ranked, you know, number 34th coin, and it's really just a trading coin. It's kind of funny how everything happened with that, because the developers made it just as a trading coin, and you know, but it's just turned out to be this great project that they can move a lot of information, a lot of stuff around. And then you get into like really pricey stuff, like QuantStamp, still only 18 cents. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's just so undervalued right now. But the only way to purchase it, and this is what people don't get, the only way to purchase it is through buying Bitcoin or Litecoin or something of that nature. So I know a lot of people who will just buy Ethereum, especially, you know, Ethereum's seen a huge hike in price. But the reason that they do it is because they always knew what the price was about, you know, $30. This lately, you know, Litecoin was usually at $60, so you could do the math really easy, and you could bet against these things. Like the number one things that people trade with are Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's the only way really to buy all these other coins. So you have to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. So when you really get into the brass tacks of things, and how I think of the future is that, I think that, you know, people just think Bitcoin's going to go forever. It just can't, you guys. Come on. Like, it can't go up to $1 million. I really tend to talk to, you know, and keep a pulse on the big shakers and movers in the industry. And one of them, Tracy Morgan, who is the, what do you call it, the CEO founder of Kraken, the exchange, which is like the most legit exchange in America. Man, I love seeing BitShares up here. Anyway, Tracy Morgan said, he said that Bitcoin will be in a bubble till it hits 27 grand. What I think that means is that when it hits $27,000, I would start looking to either sell it or just put your money into something else, because right now the only reason why people are buying Bitcoin is not only just to hold it, but it's the only thing that they can buy other cryptocurrencies with. So some people are holding it, some people are spending it. It's got a ton of transactions every day. It's just, the blockchain is just slow as hell. And when these other exchanges and systems come out that have these more legit coins, you can move stuff on Stellar for like literally not even pennies. It's so cheap. You can move stuff on Ripple, on the Ripple thing. And, this is a different chain that they're doing. But American Express just bought into Ripple. Huge news. American Express doesn't mess around. They're not going to just put their money into something stupid. So that partnership is huge. Ripple, backed by Google, unlimited amount of money. So just know that these guys are here to stay. They will solidify whatever place they wanted to. If they wanted to, they could be number one. Like, money ain't anything to them for real. So, another one that I like a lot, that's always been undervalued and will be, is EOS. EOS is a decentralized platform so it's kind of like Ethereum, but it's a decentralized platform for decentralized products. So it's just like Ethereum, where you can build, apps and dApps on top of it, but it's more decentralized. Ethereum tries to claim that they're decentralized, but it's it's Microsoft Azure. So, sorry, I don't mean to laugh about that, but more people have lost money in Ethereum this year than anything because it's not scalable. And so when Dan Larimer, who's also made BitShares and I don't know where it's at, and Steem, he made these companies, jumped on this EOS team, and even though it's being built on the Ethereum platform, they are going to change over to an EOS. So the Ethereum coin is ERC20. This is going to be an EOS token. So it's a ERC20 token. Is an Ethereum token. It's a smart contract token. I'll talk to you about that another time. This is one, but this is a truly decentralized platform. So hacking, scalability is way better. If I was going to put my money on anything being big this next year, it'd be EOS. It already has jumped a ton of money. It's quadrupled in the last month, I think. And it's just going to go bigger from there. So I'm just kind of giving you guys down a market rundown, though. I just wanted to show you what I do and how I invest. Now I am investing. I'm not trading. I'm investing. And so, one of the biggest things that I've gotten into is that video we played at the beginning. It used to be Bitcoins, and this literally made me a lot of money. It's at the beginning of if you look up my, videos, how to trade like a wolf, $800 to infinity. I actually went all in on BQX, and, it was literally, so right around here is when I was going to buy it. And I remember seeing it at 4 cents. This is like literally what I saw. I didn't buy it. It went up to, in a couple days, let's see if I can find it, 8. It went up to 17 cents. I didn't buy it. And then when it was 20 cents, I went all in. So this is the 10th of August. I went all in, and then all of a sudden, boom, it went up to almost $1. And so I got really lucky around that time, and you can see what happened. And my plan was, once the coin doubles, buy another one, and then when that doubles, buy another one. And it was working out great, but you know, big money came in and started suppressing things, and ended up there's a big long story with that, but ended up suppressing. But this company has just continued to impress. It's going to be, I think, the best, not only coin but wallet. And you guys can do your own homework on it, but I really think it's great. And to see it in the top 60 is awesome. Once it hit the top 100, I thought it was awesome. So that was the video I showed at the beginning. But in wrap up, if you guys, you know, there's a difference between trading and investing. And so if you're looking to invest, go ahead and just buy Bitcoin. It's the easiest thing to buy. If you want, buy Ethereum, buy Litecoin. They're not going anywhere. You're not going to lose a ton of money. You know, and in the next 2 years, they're going to boom really big, and you're going to make a ton of money back. If you want to hold long, Ripple's on sale for the next 100 years. IOTA's on sale for the next 100 years. Monero's on sale forever. This is my favorite coin, Monero, just because of all the stuff that they've been doing. If you want to you know, check out my Twitter. I always post stuff about Monero because there's coins that have an anon feature, and it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why have a coin that has an anon feature? If somebody's looking at your statement, it looks hella sketchy when it's like legit, anonymous, legit, anonymous, you know? Like, just get another coin that's anonymous completely, that they can't, you know, there's no way to track, and then you don't have two sketchy things. So let me go ahead and wrap it up there. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I want to give a special shout out to PureCoin, or sorry, PureCane from East Coast Crypto, and the whole East Coast Crypto community. They've been a lot of help, especially over the last few months. And yeah, dude, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. You know, but yeah, feel free to talk to me. Feel free to send me. I know I don't have a lot of followers. I'm not trying to gain a lot of followers, but I do like to give my perspective on how this company is moving as much as I can. So go ahead and holler. This is the Wolf of Crypto, the original one, not the one that kept on following everybody else's Twitters, the one that actually had the original Twitter handle, the Wolf of Crypto, period. And I'll catch you guys on the next.